Race 1, a quarter-final of the Prince Albert. We have Nereus against Durham University. And this Nereus crew on the left-hand side, as you're looking, had a fantastic race yesterday. They broke the record. They held the record for about half an hour until it was broken again. So Durham University on your right-hand side, they're going to be looking to get a fast start in these heavy top fours in this event. And listen to that, it's noisy already here at Henley Royal Regatta. Quarterfinals for these gentlemen. They're going to have to go down the course twice today to book their place in the final, and it is. It's the Dutch on the left-hand side who got off cleanly and fast, Peter.
Really, really quick there. They went off at 48.5 strokes a minute in the Amsterdamsche Studenten Roeivereeniging Nereus boat on the Berkshire station, compared to Durham University's 50 strokes a minute. But the power through the water in that heavyweight Coxed 4 has really shown here. They're only a nose ahead of Durham at this early stage, but a great clean start by both boats.
Yeah, absolutely. And watching ahead of the cruise, you can see Wade Hall-Craggs. He's the Durham coach. He's got the great mastermind in this Durham University system. We've seen such quality crews come out of this university, and he'll be looking on and he'll be noticing that his crew, they've got into a good rhythm already. You can see that familiar look now on Teddy Privet's face. He has that grimace always, but you know, he's moving the boat, he's driving his crew forward. But the Dutch, smooth and long, as we saw them yesterday, that extra inch they seem to be able to achieve at the front part of their stroke, it's making boat speed again, Peter. It
really is, it really is. They've strode down now into their race rhythm at 39 strokes a minute. This is actually their second boat in the ASR Nereus club here at the regatta. But to set a record with a second-ranked boat in the club here at Henley Royal Regatta is no mean feat. That's some really impressive stuff from these guys here. They've gone off quick. Durham has strode down to 38 strokes a minute and are starting to fall back slightly, but they are Durham's top-ranked boat in the Palatinate colours on screen here, and I expect that they'll have something impressive for later down the course, but they're going to have to react soon, otherwise they're going to lose touch with the Dutch.
Yeah, absolutely. Cox fours are not that popular in Holland, so it's a new venture, if you like, in Nereus. We've seen them in the 8th in the Temple, and fantastic quality in that boat as well. But coming down here, look at that. You can see the slight popple on the water. That's due to the headwind. The wind is against what little stream we have here, and that just means the water's a little bit more lively. I think these Prince Albert boats, they're going to be pretty pleased to be racing at this point in the day. It's pretty quiet on the course at the moment. The crowds, they're beginning to turn up, but at the moment, looking at what's happening, looking at the action, it is Nereus on the right-hand side as you're looking at it, leading Durham University in this quarter-final of the Prince Albert Challenge Cup.
What an incredible angle we've got a treat of here as well. So they've got just over a length in the Nereus boat on the Berkshire station. And just looking at their previous performances here at the regatta, they've been setting some blistering times. We mentioned that. They broke the record, didn't hold it for long, but their heat was only a little bit faster, a matter of 4 seconds faster than the Durham boat who raced earlier as well. So even though Durham's top-ranked boat here, they're actually starting to maintain contact with this Nereus boat who are out in front. So I mentioned earlier that Nereus had strode down to 39 and Durham to 38, and we were worried about Durham losing contact there, but they're maintaining it here, which I think shows a really solid sign for what we're going to see later down the course. And I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see them lift the rating slightly for a power 10. This middle section of the course is so key to jostle for position, because when you start to wind it up for the finish, as we come up towards the enclosures later, it will be absolutely critical to at least have less than a length to make up if you want to get into the next round of this event.
Yeah, absolutely. And this Nereus boat, they are the second-ranked boat in their club, but look at them here. They have come out fighting in this quarter-final. And Durham, they're holding on. They're 35 strokes a minute. Both crews really pushing it on in this part of the course. What wonderful shots we look at over the top here. There's absolutely nowhere to hide as a rower. You can see exactly how they're picking up, and you can see how close at the moment the Durham Cox is choosing to keep her boat to those wooden booms. Absolutely fine. The athletes will be feeling quite comfortable with that. They'll be trusting their coxswain, but that is quite tight, Peter.
It's always so worrying as an athlete when you come up close to the booms. You'll have faith in your cox, and obviously you don't have to worry about it as much when you have a cox in your boat, but just clipping those booms can be absolutely catastrophic for your race. For obvious reasons, not only could you break a blade, it will slow down your boat, but also you could get knocked out of the boat quite badly. So as we come up towards Remenham here, this is some impressive stuff. So Nereus up their rating ever so slightly to 35 from 34, and that's starting to build a little bit of a lead ahead of Durham again coming into the closing stages.
Yeah, absolutely. The men from Holland, they're there, they're concentrating, they're pushing it on. They will be able to see the Durham crew, and that gives you a real advantage in this side-by-side racing. But if you have a look at the blade work in that Dutch crew, it's not quite as neat as I'd like to see, especially on the right-hand side. And if the water gets a little bit poppy, that could put them in a little bit of danger. What you want to see is those blades on the right-hand side, as you've seen, the maroon and white blades, just working a little bit better together there. And you can see that the effort they've put in this first part of the course, the effort they've put in to be able to create that lead, it's really beginning to turn those athletes. And at the moment, Peter, it is Durham who are looking a little bit neater. Can they turn it into boat speed?
That's the question. And holding yourself together into the closing stages is what makes a good crew great. So if they can maintain their technique and make sure that they maintain their timing, the strength and power that they're putting into the water will be far more cohesive as a crew, and they'll get far more bang for their buck as they race down here. But even though Durham are looking far sharper and cleaner, making the best of it, the Dutch out front.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking now at Ed go down, the stroke man, he's there. You can see the two-man Will Mace, his wearing the sunglasses with the bowman Ben Whitten there as well. They're giving it everything they can. A really proud university tradition there, but it is the Dutch. Looking a little bit more rare from this back shot, but they are moving away. They keep their blades very, very flat when they are in the water. The messiness actually is when they're out of the water, and in the beautiful conditions here at the regatta, it's not affecting the Nereus crew. They're pushing it on. They're going to be counting the final strokes now, Peter. You know, we can see that Durham University, they're upping their rate. They're sprinting into their final, but the Dutch, they're just holding on, really. They're just putting away. They feel like they're in control, and they're going to be driving it right up to that last line. You know, maybe now just conserving a little bit of energy. They think they've done their work. They know they're going to have to race again later on today. That's a tough call over this long, long course, and it is the Dutch looking long and strong there as they come through the enclosures. The crowd's turned out already, and Durham, they've pushed it up again. They're giving it absolutely everything, but it is the Nereus crew there. They take the bell, and we'll be seeing them in the semi-finals later on. A great performance there by Durham University, but not as good as the Dutch today, Peter.